So you want to be a writer or an artist, maybe a dancer or a potter, could be a blacksmith, maybe an engineer, but you want to be someone that makes something. That's cool, but where do you start? And what does it actually mean to be that thing? You know, to be a writer, does it mean getting published, getting paid, going viral, being trendy? Maybe, eventually, but before any of that, how do you figure out what it means to be that thing? And how do you show up for yourself so that you can actually work toward whatever goal it is that you have in the future? I want to talk today about creativity and specifically how to be the best creative version of yourself. It's not a step-by-step guide on how to get a book deal, get a job, but I want to talk about how to be the kind of person that creates work that leads there, to be the person that creates work that people connect with, that can potentially lead to a great job with great benefits or some bigger, bolder dream. So let's talk about it. Before we dive in though, I want to say that this is 100% my perspective. I'm a professional writer and I've had some experience putting these ideas into practice, but they are by no means a one-size-fits-all solution. And they may not work for everyone. They're just some ideas to get you started. A great place to start is figuring out who you are. Before you start making a thing, you need to figure out who is the person who is actually making it. Some people may have different opinions, but I think there's a lot of value in the idea of figuring out your voice. And that's because your voice is not something that you just invent out of nowhere. It's something that is a part of you. It's something that's always there. It's how you talk, it's how you think, it's how you notice the world. And so if you don't know who you are, it's very difficult to create with a purpose, to create honestly, to do good work that actually means something to you. For me, I know that I have a pretty idiosyncratic, odd way of speaking and writing. And it's something that at different points in my life I've felt very self-conscious about. And something where coming in as a writer, I thought, well, how am I going to actually translate this into something that works? I need to be someone who writes and speaks like everybody else that I know. But over time, I came to understand that who I am, the way that I talk, the way that I write is unique and is in many ways a strength, a superpower, because nobody is going to write like I do. And if I can maximize on the areas that I really excel, I can create something really unique. So I lean into that. And when you understand who you are and what you bring to the table and how you naturally move throughout the world, you can stop trying to assimilate and be what you think you should be in someone else's mind and start creating from a place of truth. Because at the end of the day, that's where the best work lives, once you find out who you are. The next step is to start toward your goal. Maybe you feel very comfortable in yourself as a writer, but you don't know how to move forward, how to take that next step, how to actually continue to grow. For me, I can't write or work if I don't have a goal in mind, some project, something. You know, if I want to write in my free time, I don't do well journaling or just kind of aimlessly writing. I need to work on a book, a blog, something that has an end goal in mind. And that's always worked for me. I've always been able to come up with some sort of idea, even if I'm the only person who ever sees it. It's something that works and helps me continue to grow. So starting off a year by saying, I want to write more, that's nice, but it's a foggy idea. It doesn't give you a clear sense of direction. Whereas a goal like, I want to write a book, even if it's not this year, even if it's just, I want to write a book someday, it gives you some sort of shape that you can move toward. You don't have to have the fully formed plan in mind. You don't have to have an idea or characters and do all this thing. You just need some sort of something to anchor your work as you go forward. And the goal might shift over time. That's okay. But giving yourself something to aim towards can help you make decisions. It can help you prioritize. It can help you show up with intention when you really don't want to. Because at the end of the day, you're not just creating. You're becoming the creator that you want to be and who you were always meant to be. And it helps to know what version of yourself you're growing into. And then the final step is something that maybe you don't want to hear. It's maybe something that nobody wants to hear, but it's something that everybody needs to hear to be able to move forward. And it's that you have to put in the work. Not just once, not just when inspiration strikes, but consistently and imperfectly, over and over again. Yeah, talent matters, but discipline matters more. Reps are what builds skill. Reps are what teach you who you are. Reps are what make the difference between someone who dreams and someone who does. Just like with working out, creativity is a muscle, and you need to train those muscles if you want to use them. So how do you become a writer or an artist or whatever? Start by figuring out who you are, decide where you want to go, and start putting in the work to get there. It won't always feel glamorous or easy or fun, but if you keep showing up truthfully, intentionally, repeatedly, you'll grow. You'll make cool stuff and you'll be well on your way to becoming the kind of artist and creative version of yourself that you actually want to be. And at the end of the day, that's the whole point.